but you're ready for more.
Yeah.
You want to, have those really natural conversations
Right.
and sound fluent.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe impress people with the way you speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're getting into today, digging deep into advanced daily life English phrases.
The kind native speakers use, like without even thinking about it.
Exactly. And we're going to break down how you can use them too.
Yeah, exactly. For this deep dive, we've got a whole bunch of great examples.
Oh,
We pulled them from this Learn English with Nida lesson.
Okay.
In it, Nida's trying to learn some really nuanced phrases.
Cool.
You know, those everyday expressions, and Hadi's helping her out.
Okay. Love it.
Yeah.
So our mission today.
To equip you with a set of practical, advanced phrases that you can start using, like, right away.
Right. Forget I'm busy. We're going to learn how to express yourself in a way that's more natural.
Or interesting.
Way more interesting. So let's jump right in with a phrase you might need quite often. I'm swamped.
Oh, I'm swamped. This is so much better than just saying, I'm very busy.
Right.
It really paints a picture. Imagine being literally submerged in something.
Yeah.
That's the feeling it gives,
Yeah.
right? You're not just busy, you're overwhelmed.
Exactly. Like in the lesson, Hade says, I'd love to chat, but I'm swamped with work right now.
Yeah.
You can practically see those piles of paperwork, right?
Yeah, it's way more evocative than just busy.
Totally.
Yeah.
What do you think makes this kind of vivid language so effective?
Well, I think, for one, it helps the listener really understand how busy you are.
Okay.
Busy is, kind of vague, but swamped. There's no mistaking it.
Right. It's like, no, I am seriously swamped.
Exactly. And it also injects some personality into your speech.
Sure.
It's not just a standard response. You're using a more colorful expression,
Right.
which can make your conversation more, engaging.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch gears to a phrase that's a bit more lighthearted. It's a piece of cake.
Ah, yes, the classic piece of cake, meaning, of course, something's very easy.
Exactly.
Hadi uses it to talk about a test. He says, don't worry about the test, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah. It always makes me wonder why I've used a sweet treat to describe something easy,
Right. It's funny how these kind of random comparisons become idioms in a language.
Yeah. I wonder if other cultures have, like, food-related idioms for easy.
Ooh, that is a fascinating question. I'm sure many languages have their own ways to express ease, but the imagery probably differs.
Right.
I mean, that's part of the fun of learning a new language, right?
Yeah.
Discovering all those cultural nuances hidden in the expressions.
Yeah, it's like a window into a different way of thinking.
Exactly. And for you, the listener, it's a piece of cake is a fun, widely understood way to describe something simple.
Absolutely.
It adds a touch of informality and charm to your speech.
Okay, so next up, we have a slightly more sophisticated way to ask for someone's opinion. What's your take on this?
What's your take on this? Oh, this is a good one, especially in professional or more formal settings.
Yeah.
It's essentially asking, what do you think about this? But it carries, a bit more weight.
I see.
Hadi highlights this perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
He gives an example about a new project.
Okay.
He says, I heard about the new project. What's your take on it?
Right.
It just feels like it's inviting a more thoughtful response.
Yeah, it's not just a quick, what do you think? It's like, I genuinely want to hear your perspective.
Yes, exactly. What's your take? It implies that you value the other person's specific perspective on the issue.
Right, their informed opinion.
Exactly. So in a collaborative environment, using this phrase shows that you respect and seek out different viewpoints.
It shows you're open to different ideas.
Yes, which is always a good thing.
Makes sense. All right, let's move on to a phrase for politely declining an invitation. I'd love to, but I'm tied up.
Oh, this is such a great way to soften a no.
I know, right? It's so much better than just saying, I can't come.
Yeah, which can sound pretty abrupt.
A little bit, yeah.
I'd love to, but I'm tied up, conveys that you genuinely wish you could accept,
Right.
but you just have prior commitments.
Exactly. Like the example says, thanks for the invite. I'd love to join, but I'm tied up with work.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounds so much more considerate.
It does. It's less final, more apologetic, but without being overly dramatic.
Right.
It respects the invitation while stating your unavailability. It's interesting how English speakers often use these softening phrases.
It's true, we do. It's like we're trying to avoid being too direct.
Especially when saying no.
Yeah. We want to be polite and considerate of the other person's feelings.
Exactly. I'd love to, but I'm tied up. It's a perfect example of that.
It is. Okay, next we have a phrase for expressing strong agreement. You can say that again.
Ah, Yes. This one really emphasizes that you agree completely with what someone's just said.
Right.
It's way more conversational than a plain, I agree.
Like you're adding, and I feel it strongly too.
Right. Like in the example, this weather is amazing. And then you say, you can say that again.
Yeah, it has this shared enthusiasm vibe to it.
It does. And it's funny, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because literally, you're asking them to repeat themselves.
Yeah.
But the meaning is the complete opposite.
Right. It's like, no, I agree with you so much that I want to hear it again.
Exactly. You could say that again. It doesn't just convey agreement.
Mm-hmm.
It really emphasizes a strong resonance with the speaker's statement.
Love it. Okay, how about expressing shock or surprise?
For that, we have, you've got to be kidding me.
A classic expression of disbelief.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Hadi uses it when he hears about someone winning the lottery.
Okay.
He says, did you hear that Sarah won the lottery? And the response is, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, it's such a natural reaction to unexpected news.
Right.
You're just so shocked you can barely believe it.
Yeah. And it perfectly captures that feeling of, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Totally. It makes me wonder, do different cultures have similar phrases for expressing disbelief? You know, those knee-jerk reactions?
Oh, absolutely. The wording might be different, but that core human emotion of surprise, it often leads to similar exclamations across languages.
Right.
I think it would be pretty fascinating to compare them all, actually.
It would. So for you, the listener, you got to be kidding me. It's a common, effective way to show surprise in English.
And it definitely adds a bit of dramatic flair to the conversation.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, let's move on to a polite way to ask for help. Would you mind giving me a hand?
This is a very courteous way to request assistance. It softens the request significantly.
Right.
Instead of a direct command, it's phrased as a question.
Right.
Like in this example, would you mind giving me a hand with these boxes?
Yeah, it's way more polite than just saying, can you help me?
Or even help me with these boxes.
Right. It kind of gives the other person a graceful way to decline if they can't help.
Exactly. It shows that you're considerate of their time and potential inconvenience.
You're not demanding their help.
Right. And, this phrase really highlights how English often has multiple ways to say the same thing, but with subtle differences in politeness and social dynamics.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can really fine-tune how you say things to achieve a specific effect.
Absolutely.
So this one's definitely a good one for building positive relationships.
For sure. Now, let's talk about a more informal way to express a lack of knowledge. I haven't got a clue.
Oh, yeah. I haven't got a clue. It's a more conversational way to say, I don't know.
Exactly. It adds a bit more character to it.
Right. It's like saying, I'm totally in the dark here.
Exactly. Like, you don't even have starting point to guess.
Right. Like in the example, I haven't got a clue where my keys are.
Yeah, perfect example. And, because it is informal,
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't want to use it in every situation.
Okay, that makes sense. So like in a business meeting, I don't know, might be a safer bet.
Right. Or if you're talking to someone in a position of authority, you want to match the level of formality to the context.
Right, good point. Okay, let's move on to a very vivid way to describe something expensive. It costs an arm and a leg.
Oh, this one's great. When something's so expensive, it's almost painful to think about.
Right. It's like you're giving up a part of yourself to buy it.
Exactly. Like in the example, that designer bag costs an arm and a leg.
It really emphasizes that feeling of, wow, that's really pricey.
It does. It's so much more impactful than just saying it's very expensive.
Right, it really drives the point home. I always wonder about the origins of these phrases.
Me too. Like, why an arm and a leg?
Right, what's the story behind that?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some interesting history there, even if the exact origin is debated.
Probably.
But what's important for you, the listener, is that this idiom is widely understood.
Yeah,
And it's a very effective way to say something is incredibly expensive.
definitely. Okay, let's switch gears to expressing extreme happiness. I'm over the moon.
Oh, I'm over the moon. Such a lovely way to say you're absolutely delighted.
It is.
Like, I just got the job. I'm over the moon.
Yeah, it's like you're not just happy, you're floating with happiness.
Exactly. And it's interesting how we use these celestial images to describe emotion.
Right, like over the moon or on cloud 9.
Yeah, they both convey this sense of lightness and elevation.
Right, like happiness is lifting you up.
Exactly. And over the moon is one of the more emphatic ways to say, you're thrilled.
It really emphasizes that extreme joy. Okay, now let's talk about a phrase for when you're feeling completely exhausted. I'm worn out.
I'm worn out. This one really captures that feeling of being completely drained.
Like you've hit a wall.
Exactly. More so than just saying, I'm tired.
Right, because tired can be a pretty mild state.
Exactly. But worn out implies a deeper level of exhaustion.
Yeah, like you've been using up all your energy.
Yeah, and you have nothing left.
Exactly. Like after a long day at work, I'm completely worn out.
Yeah, we've all been there. Certain professions or activities are more likely to leave you feeling that way.
True. True. All right, now for a concise and complimentary way to describe someone intelligent, he's sharp as a tack.
Sharp as a tack, this is a classic way to say someone is very smart.
And it really paints a picture.
Yeah, like don't underestimate her. She's sharp as a tack.
Why do you think we use the sharpness of a tack to describe intelligence?
Well, I think a tack point is fine and precise,
Right.
which suggests a quick and perceptive mind.
Makes sense. So it's a concise way to say someone is quick-witted and intelligent.
Exactly. And it's memorable, more engaging for the listener than just saying he's very intelligent.
Yeah, sharp as a tack. You remember that? Okay, how about a phrase for describing someone's kindness?
Oh, we have a beautiful one for that. He has a heart of gold.
He has a heart of gold. It's such a heartwarming phrase.
It is. And it's widely understood.
Yeah, like in the example, my grandfather helps everyone. He has a heart of gold.
Yeah, you can just feel the depth and purity of his kindness.
It's like their heart is made of something precious and inherently good.
Right. And it really speaks to that fundamental goodness in someone's character.
Absolutely. So for the listener, this is a wonderful phrase to use when you really want to emphasize someone's kind nature.
And do it in a memorable way.
Yes. Okay, moving on to a more polite and less direct way to refuse something. I'd rather not.
Oh, I'd rather not. This is a super useful phrase when you want to say no without being too blunt.
Yeah,
Like, I'd rather not go out tonight. I need some rest.
right. It's so much softer than saying, I don't want to go.
Exactly. It expresses a preference without being confrontational.
Do you think you always need to give a reason when you say, I'd rather not?
Not always. But
Okay.
adding a reason can definitely help.
Right,
Even a simple, I'd rather not, thanks, is more polite than just a curt no.
right, right. It's all about being considerate,
Exactly. It's about navigating those social interactions with a bit more grace.
for sure. Okay, we're nearing the end of our list. How about a phrase for advising someone to stay calm?
Keep your cool.
Ah, yes. Keep your cool.
It's such a straightforward and widely understood phrase.
Mm-hmm. It's like saying, hey, don't let your emotions get the best of you.
Exactly. Like even in stressful situations, it's important to keep your cool.
It's solid advice, though I know it's often easier said than done.
Oh, definitely. But it's a concise and direct way to offer that advice.
It is, and it reminds us that maintaining composure often helps resolve difficult situations more effectively.
It can help you think more clearly.
Exactly.
All right, and for our final phrase, we have, it's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. This one is so reassuring.
It is. It's like saying, hey, relax, this isn't as complicated as you think.
Right, like just follow the instructions. It's not rocket science.
It has a little bit of humor to it, too.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not as complex as launching a rocket, it must be pretty straightforward. Exactly. It can be a great way to encourage someone who's feeling overwhelmed by a task.
Yeah.
Like you're building their confidence.
Right. So there you have it. 16 fantastic advanced English phrases to add to your vocabulary.
And remember, as Hadi wisely advises, the key to making these phrases your own is to practice using them.
Yes, don't just understand them intellectually, you got to try them out.
Exactly. Get comfortable with how they sound coming out of your mouth.
Right, the more you use them, the more natural they'll become.
And the more fluent and confident you'll sound.
Absolutely. So, listener, we've given you a whole set of tools to level up your English.
These phrases, they go beyond the basics. They offer more nuanced, natural, and engaging ways to express yourself.
Exactly. And by incorporating them into your speech, you'll not only sound more fluent,
You'll connect more effectively with native English speakers.
absolutely, and you'll gain a deeper understanding of the language's richness.
I think mastering these everyday expressions, it's a huge step toward truly understanding and participating in English-speaking cultures.
It's like you're not just learning the language, you're learning the culture too.
Right. It's about grasping those subtle ways native speakers communicate.
Absolutely. So here's your challenge. Over the next few days, try weaving just one or two of these phrases into your conversations.
Yeah, see how they feel to say, see how people respond.
You might be surprised by the positive impact they have. It's all about putting these tools into action. What's fascinating is how a small shift in your vocabulary can lead to a big leap in your perceived fluency.
Give it a go. Let us know how it works out for you.
We'd love to hear about your
Really
experiences.
would.
All right, until next time.
Bye.